A financial advisor that I spoke with recently mentioned that he spent over $1,000 buying leads from a third party agency, and none of those leads got on a call with them to discuss their finances. And in this video, I'll go over 3 issues with this strategy, especially if you're looking to grow your financial practice in the next few years. And stick around till the end and I'll go over an overview of a solution that has a much better ROI. Number 1 is the lack of transparency, because you may have some answers to the questions that they filled out or their personal contact, but you still don't know what kind of ad they saw and what kind of information that they read to become a lead in the first place, because that can play a huge factor if they will close and become a client in the end. And another thing to consider is that you're not the only advisor that these leads are being sold to. There are others who have access to these leads as well, and just the sheer amount of you guys reaching out could be overwhelming this lead, which could cause none of you guys to close at the end. And let's just play devil's advocate for a second and say that you have all the information and you're the only person exclusive to this lead. And even then, it brings up to the second issue as to why buying leads is not a great strategy. Number 2, there's no recognition or trust, because these leads simply don't know who you are. When they're filling out this form, they're seeing different colors, different brand, different logo compared to the one that you're reaching out with, and they don't know who you are or even the company that you work with. So you can understand the confusion and suspicion that's coming up among your leads when you're calling them as a stranger and from a company that they may have never heard of. On top of that, you're calling about their finances and how they manage their money. And let's face it, most people protect their finances more than their children sometimes. And we can play devil's advocate one more time and say you were able to build rapport and get them to be a client, but there's one more reason why this is still not the best way to grow your business. And number 3, buying leads is still a short-term strategy. Think of it like buying fast food versus preparing your own meals. And it may seem cheap and quick here and now, but if you build out your own system, your cost per client will actually go down over time, saving you more time and money, and you have to deal with less headaches when it comes to buying leads from third-party agencies. So if you want to build out your own system for the long term, there's 3 steps you can do. The first thing you need to do is understand your ideal client and who you'll be speaking to, because if you don't understand that, then the rest of the steps wouldn't make sense or would not be fruitful. The next step is building out a one-page website where you explain who you are, what you do, and who you help, and even better if you have testimonials from your clients on how you have been able to help them. And also, if you were able to create a video explaining everything yourself on camera, that even builds the trust and the credibility on that page. And once you have all that built out, the next thing I recommend is running paid ads to that page, depending on which social media platform your ideal clients tend to spend the most time on. And you might have some resistance against paying for ads, but when you get this right, you can get 3x, 5x, 10x return on what you spend, which is a much better ROI than buying leads from a third-party agency. So I hope that helped, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are Strategy Stream on X and Strategy Stream Consulting on Facebook and Instagram. Until then, take care.